All right, so I'm just going to do a quick tutorial getting Godot to run on Steam Deck. It's actually really easy if you want just, normal Godot. You'd set that as a executable, and here it would launch. The problem is I want to use C# and .NET, and so I've been having a heck of a time trying to get that running. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get the mono runtime of Godot, and then we're going to set up the .NET in Distrobox. So let's close this, open up terminal. If you don't have Distrobox, you can install it. They have instructions on their website, on their GitHub. But Steam Deck actually should have it out of the box if it's, I think, version 3.5 or later. So to check that, you can just hit Distrobox, put in H, and we can see version 1.6. So it's actually quite easy. All we're going to do is hit Distrobox, create, and this is going to give it a name. So we're going to do Ubuntu, however you say it. We'll hit image. And so what this is going to do is it's going to install this like Distrobox container with Ubuntu 22.04. I've already downloaded it, so when you run this, it's going to say, do you want to download the image? And you're going to want to. It'll say yes or no. And so I already have it downloaded, so good to go. So we'll run this command here. And this will take a few minutes, so don't worry about that. Probably takes 2 or 3 minutes, I'd say. Okay, there we go. So now this is set up. We are in our distro box, I guess. Let's get Firefox or whatever. And type get.net. So that brings us here. We need 8.0 for the latest Godot. So let's go to instructions, and we're going to be doing Ubuntu. So 22.04 is what we installed there. You could probably do these other ones, but I know this works. This is what I use on my main machine, so that's the only reason I'm using this. So we need to install the SDK. So here we go, right here. We want net 8. I think 9 would work, but this is what they, there we go. SDK is the one. This is what Godot is using, so paste this in, run it. Okay, so it looks good. We hit .NET, list SDKs, whoops, double there. So 8.0115, if we do that same thing here, you see it's not found, so it's only in our distro box where we can get to that, which means we have to run Godot through there. So here's the executable. So what we're going to want to do is create a desktop file. So if we come to home, you got to show hidden files, come into local, share, applications, and in here we're going to create a file. And so you can see right here, actually, this was created by our distro box. So we'll create a new text file in here. Okay, so we got that one. Maybe I'll actually change that. So let's open this with the text editor. And I already have this kind of created. Just gonna pull up my copy. All it is, it's basically like a little config file. We got the path to our executable. This would be wherever you're gonna put it, right? And then a path to the icon and a name. And so if we copy this in to that file we just created, and if you don't have this file, I just copied this from another file in here. I came into like Cryo Utilities, opened this up, and I just copied this over and changed what I needed. One thing to note, if there's any spaces like in any of the names, that could cause issues with the Distrobox. I had a space in here and it wouldn't launch. It worked fine with this desktop, but yeah, so there's our desktop file there. Now if we come in here, we should see it, and there we go. So the problem is we don't have our runtime, right? Our .NET. Let's go back into here. Best thing to do probably is come back in here, copy location on your executable, and in our Distrobox, go Distrobox, export, app. And so the reason we had to add it to the desktop is for this Distrobox to see it, it has to have a desktop file. So we can paste that in. Okay, so it says successfully exported. And so what we'll see in here is now we have Godot 4.4.1 on Ubuntu. And let's reopen that where we were here. So there it is, Ubuntu. For some reason, the icon is not working. It overrode it for some reason. So let's copy that in. You can see it's updated. Let's do this. We'll start this with the terminal for the time being, because when we go to run this right now, we're going to have some issues. Oh, okay. Interestingly enough, this did work. This was not working for me before. And the reason is because I was missing this file here. So you come to home and you need to have this file. So all it is, I think it gives it like a permission that it can launch a GUI with the Distrobox, and it won't run unless it sees this. So if this file does not exist, you just make it yourself. Distrobox RC hidden file with this command in there. Mine did not exist. I think if you install it manually, it should exist already. Mine is just a standard Steam Deck install. And yeah, so I had to add that in myself. Home, right here. And with that done, we should be good to go. We got Godot. Let's add this to the desktop. So now we got our link 4.41 on Ubuntu. And we could take the terminal launch off now. The only reason I wanted to show that was this will have this error where it can't access the display server. And so if you get that error where it can't access the display server, that's because you need that distro RC file. Okay, so here we go. We are in Godot. We launched no problem. Got C# script in here, and we can build the project. And there we go. The other option you have, maybe I should have done this off the start, but there is an option here. If you come into the Discover, the right here, Godot Engine C#.NET. So if you download this will work. This has the .NET runtime included. But the problem is it's version 4.3. So you're kind of at the mercy of whoever's put this out here. This unofficial Flatpak. So you're kind of waiting on whoever to update it, right? And the other thing is you don't have more than one version. So you could have all your multiple versions in here and just make a different launcher for each one, and you'd be good to go. So yeah, and then you can just exit out of this. You don't need to have that. This launcher will automatically run that. It's going to run Distrobox, enter, and then it runs that file. Okay, just want to make sure this is all going to work. I added some add-ons here that use C#. Do have a compilation failing. This is because I have to build, that's a C# class. So probably gotta make sure everything's built here. Manager. Save it. There we go, cleared that. That's all working. These are, you can see here, that one. So C#, this one's C#. It is running. Got all these debugs because it's missing files, but